Morning students, welcome again. In our previous video, we have studied about useful microorganisms. Now we will see how microbes are harmful for us. But before that, the question arises, are they actually harmful for us? And if yes, then how? So students, microbes are harmful for us in two ways. Number one, that microorganisms cause diseases. And number two, microorganisms spoil food. We will start with microorganisms cause diseases. Students, microorganisms that cause diseases are called as pathogens or germs. This is a special name given to them, that is pathogens or germs. To cause different diseases in animals and plants, microbes first need to enter in the body. Okay, so different microorganisms enter in the body by different ways. Okay, what are that ways? We will study that. The first way through which microbes enter in the body, that is through air. When an infected person sneezes or coughs or spits, the germs are released in the air, and when a healthy person breathes in this air, the germs go inside his body, and that person also get infected, as common cold, flu, chickenpox, mumps, tuberculosis, measles, polio, etc. are the diseases which spread like this, means which spread through air. Second way is through food and water. Through infected food and water, the process remains same, that when an infected person will consume any food or drink that water, and an healthy person consumes the same food or the same water, the germs or the pathogens will go inside his body, and that person will also get infected. Cholera, typhoid, hepatitis are these type of diseases which spread through food and water, through contaminated food and water. Third way is through direct contact. When a healthy person come in the contact of sick person, or you can say infected person, he or she can also get infection and become diseased, as ringworm, flu, chickenpox and corona etc. are the diseases which spread through direct contact. The fourth way is through insects such as mosquitoes, flies, and fleas. These are, some insects which spread the diseases. Uh, these are called as carriers of germs. We say them carriers because they carry the germs from one place to another. When a mosquito bites an infected person, they carry the germs from there, and when they bite a healthy person, they leave the germs in his or her body, and the person get infected. As a female Anopheles mosquito is a carrier of malaria, and female Aedes mosquito is the carrier of dengue virus, etc. In this way, housefly also behaves as a carrier. They also, when sit on the garbage or on the body of any infected person, they carry the germs, and when they sit on the body of any healthy person, they leave the germs over there and the person get infected. Clear? Now the fifth way is through cuts and wounds. Some germs enter in our body through cuts, as tetanus. Microbes causes diseases in animals also and in plants also, as anthrax is a disease which is caused by a bacterium in cattles. Citrus canker is a bacterial disease which affects citrus fruits. It spreads through air. Clear? Yellow vein mosaic is a viral disease which affects vegetables, especially ladyfinger, bhindi. Okay. Rust of wheat is a fungal disease spread through air and seeds, and it affects wheat. So there are so many microbes which cause many diseases. On the screen also you can see so many diseases. They are causative microorganisms, means the microorganism which cause that diseases, and their mode of transmission and preventions also. And these are the diseases which are caused in animals, as anthrax is a dangerous human and cattle disease which is caused by a bacterium, as I've told you now only. Many diseases are in plants also which are caused by microorganisms, as I've told you now only. That is rust of wheat and yellow vein mosaic and so many other diseases you can see here also. Clear? Students, the diseases which spread from one person to another through either air or food or water or insects or direct contact, they are called as communicable diseases. As typhoid, cholera, chickenpox, these all are communicable diseases. All the diseases do not spread from one person to another, like diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure. These do not spread from one person to another. So these are non-communicable diseases. But the diseases about which we people are studying right now, that are communicable diseases, because these spread from one person to another by different means. So if we take little precautions, we can prevent also ourselves from communicable diseases. As I've told you, that communicable diseases spread either through air or through a contaminated food or water or through insects. So if the infected person use hanky while sneezing or coughing, or they use tissue papers, so the germs will not go into the air and the other person will not get infected. There are some diseases which spread through insects. So if we use mosquito repellers and if we use net etc., then we can prevent ourselves from that diseases also. And of course, if we always remain clean, if by cleaning, by avoiding direct contact with infected person, by not consuming contaminated food and water, we can prevent ourselves from communicable diseases. So what we have seen, that it is true that microbes causes diseases, but if we take some precautions, we can prevent ourselves from these diseases. Now, the next or second harmful effect of microbes is that microorganisms spoil food. Students, if sometimes we keep the things outside in open, like not in fridge, I mean to say, so the things get spoiled. This is due to the bacteria. क्लियर सॉरिंग ऑफ मिल्क, जैसे कहते हैं ना दूध खट्टा हो गया, rotting of potatoes and vegetables and fruits also. Sometimes we keep fruits also on the dining table and after few days we see that they get spoiled. These all happen due to the action of bacteria. All happens due to the action of bacteria. Sometimes on juices, on soups also, we can say a white layer appears. That is actually the layer of fungus, and that is also due to the action of yeast etc. uh, so students, if we consume that food, that contaminated food, a disease which is called as food poisoning can take place, which is actually a very dangerous disease. Sometimes we eat something in the market and fall ill. That is also a food poisoning. And this caused due to the consumption of spoiled or toxic food, as microbes spoil the food, and sometimes the hawkers sell that spoiled food to us. And sometimes at home also, if unwillingly we consume the spoiled food, we may suffer from food poisoning. So this is all due to the action of microbe, because microbes spoil our food, and this is the harmful effect of microbes. But as we have studied that by taking precautions we can prevent ourselves from communicable diseases. So, are there some way by which we can prevent our food also from getting spoiled? So, the answer is yes. We can prevent or we can preserve our food items also from the action of microbes. How? There are different ways for that. There are different methods for that. About that methods, we will study tomorrow in our next video. Till that, We have done about microorganisms, their types, their useful effects, their harmful effects, and I have given you 5 assignments. So, students, you have to do all these assignments in the loose sheets. As I've told you earlier, also, there is no need to copy down the notes. The notes are just for you so that you can easily find out the answers of the questions. Okay, now only two portions of this chapter are left. One is preservation of food, that we will do tomorrow, and after that, very important topic of this chapter, that is nitrogen cycle, that we will do further. Okay.